Welcome to another edition of Investment Literacy. I'm Mukund Mohan, and today we're going to talk to Blue Moon Trades. I've been following Blue Moon actually for years on Twitter, so it's very good to talk to you. Blue Moon, welcome.
Hey Mukund, good to talk to you after a long time actually.
I know we've been following each other for nearly 2.5 years, I think, but it's finally good to put a voice to the Twitter following.
Oh yeah. Totally delighted to be talking to you and
So
answering
you're
your questions
primarily
today.
an options and trader, and you've been around for a little bit of time. Just talk me through your background first. What is it that got you started with trading? Why options, stocks? Just talk a little bit through your background first.
So it's kind of a little funny, but I will try to keep it brief here. It started back in 2010. I came to the US back in 2008, if I'm not wrong. And 2010, okay, is when I got introduced to the stock market.
Wow.
And it was one of my managers, okay, who I was working with. Who was into, stock market very deep actually. And he also knew a little bit about technical trading. And he introduced me, okay, to what a stock market is, how it works here. Because before I came to the US, I had like zero background. Okay, I never traded. I never looked at the stock markets. Okay, I had no idea what it was. And then once he introduced me to it, which was a very basic introduction of how it works. I started with very little bit of money and then just played like random stocks. It was not like a day-to-day hand-holding thing that he did. Okay, but just, gave a small introduction. This is how it works. Some of the basics. Okay, and then I just got started. Okay,
Okay.
started to trade Apple, okay, Amazon, okay, and things like that. Okay, but it was not options trading back then. Okay, whatever I did, okay, I did very minimum. Okay, I just played the commons, okay, the shares, and then sold
And
it,
you
right?
would you trade a lot, or what was your lot size at that time? 100 shares, 10 shares?
No, I was very new to the US and I just started working. I was just like 24, 25. Okay, and I didn't have a lot of money to, put into trading at that time. Okay, and I was just getting introduced.
Right.
And I was just trying it with like, let's say 5 to 10 shares at that time. Okay, whatever I could afford. Okay, and that was just to see, okay, how it goes. Okay, what this stock market is about. Okay, why am I even doing it? So once I got a hang of it, okay, at that point of time, it is funny that I got very busy at work. Okay, after some time, okay, maybe after like an year or so, and then I didn't trade. Okay, or I didn't look at the stock market again until let's say 2013. Okay, if you can believe it. Okay, there was a
3 years of
pretty
3 years of just noticing it, not playing much.
exactly. Okay, 3 years of just. Again, I used to hear some news, but never traded. Never traded in my accounts, or I didn't even go back to my accounts to see like whether I want to place a trade or not, right? So, but back in 2013 again, there were like group of friends, okay, who again started, fortunately or unfortunately, okay, I don't know, okay, I fell into that kind of group, okay, who again started talking about trading. So probably, you can call it like destiny or whatever. Okay, again, the attraction started to pull me back towards the stock market again. But then this time, the group was a little different. Okay, they didn't talk about any like basics. I buy some shares, sell some shares. They talked about options trading specifically. And until that point, I never had any idea about like what options trading is about, and I never played options at all. But then once they started talking about it, okay, how I can take a few contracts and make this much money, okay, out of it. It got me excited. And also they talked about the technical trading. Okay, it was not just I mean put some money and then make some money. Okay, they also talked about the technical levels, how to look at the charts
And how many
and
how
stuff
many
like that.
people were part of this group?
There were about like 4 to 5 people actually. 4 to 5 people I worked with every day. Okay, and every day, break room, cafeteria, lunch break, whatever, right? We used to go talk about trading. Hey, market did this, market did that. Okay, some political news came, everything went down, whatever, right? So
Right,
it,
right.
it got me excited. Okay, and then like options trading. Okay, like suddenly some people used to come. Hey, I got some puts. Okay, and I made like I just got like one contract and made $1,000 out of it. I put
Wow.
like just $100 in it, right? So that just got me excited, but there was also a fear. Okay, how are these people making money? Okay, how are these people making money in one day, putting $100 and making $1,000? Okay, and then that's when I started talking to them more. Okay, to understand how these options trading work, and then they explained me. Okay, I mean the charting tools they used. Okay, how they kept track of the candles. Okay, and how they kept track of the levels. Okay, how soon they used to enter and exit. Okay, what were the criteria they used, okay, to enter and exit. Okay, all those things. And that is how I
So
got
these
into
were
the
these were
option
people
trading.
that were explaining things to you. This was not like go read a book or sit in a class.
No. I never read a book. I mean, that is the beautiful part. Again, like many people may hate this idea of never reading any book, but for me, I believe the best way to learn, okay, is I mean to be in those kind of groups. I mean, if you are like a beginner, okay, to be in those kind of groups or find a group, okay, that talks about these things day in and day out. Okay, and then I mean just involve yourself. Okay, I mean so that you can learn from them. Okay, learn from the experienced.
Right, right. So you started working with this group. Was it every day? Was it once a week? How often were you guys, or I guess during lunch break and almost every day, you guys would talk about stocks and options?
Oh yeah. I mean, because they traded almost like, I mean, they used to place 4 to 5 different trades every day. They were all day traders, and some of them used to swing as well, right? And I mean, for them again, like we were actively working. I mean, for our office. Okay, but still, I mean, these things. I mean, don't leave your back. Okay, once you are in the position, okay, you are kind of like looking at it all the time on your phone or on your laptop. Okay, or wherever you go. So again, I mean, they didn't talk to me initially every day, okay, because again, they were doing their own stuff. But then, I mean, once I started showing interest and then I went to them to ask questions, I mean, they responded very openly. I mean, they didn't have anything to hide, obviously. They responded very openly. I mean, they taught me what they do, and they just got me excited about this thing so that I can start looking further. Okay, so
That's
that I can
when
start
you guys
exploring.
started the second time. 2013, 2015 is when you guys started second time.
Yeah, 2013, 2014. Yeah, approximately.
Okay. And then where did it go from there?
Where did it go from there? I mean, it took a very interesting turn. Okay, that's where Twitter came into picture. So I started this account, okay, Blue Moon Trades. Again, I mean, I didn't have any idea like why I was doing it, but the main motivational factor was to get into the technical trading because I knew, okay, some of the people my friends used to follow who posted charts every day. And then, I mean, when I started following the same people, I mean, Twitter recommended some additional Twitter handles, okay, for me to follow. And one of the Twitter handles that I came across that I got attracted to right at the first time, okay, was TrendSpider. Okay, I mean, that's how I got attracted to it because, I mean, they used to post like some really beautiful charts, okay, which was like so easy to understand. Okay, because I mean, as a beginner, okay, that's what you want. Okay, because if someone is posting a super complex chart and put it in front of you, I mean, you won't get, I mean, head and tail. Okay, I mean, you won't understand anything, right? So TrendSpider used to post like very simple charts, and there used to be some. I mean, there is still that feature. Okay, but one of the features that I got attracted to, okay, is the heat maps. Okay, heat maps. What it does is, I mean, it plots the supports and resistance levels. Okay,
Right.
wherever the price consolidation is. Okay, I mean it kind of like says okay how strong the resistance or support is. And I thought, okay, oh, this is so easy to understand. Okay, you just click on the heat map. Okay, on whatever time frame you want. Okay, you chart it, and then price goes above it. Okay, I mean you take a trade. Okay, on the towards the bullish side, and price goes below the support, okay, below that support level, okay, you go bearish, okay, and then I mean go for a short position. Okay, that's how simple it was, okay, when I started it. But then I realized, I mean, this is not everything. Okay, there is still like more to it. Okay, I mean, because I mean, I lost some money. I mean, doing just that. Okay, it
Right.
doesn't work
Right.
that way, because at that point of time, I was not introduced to options tool, any of the options tools yet. I was only doing the charting, okay, and absolutely no options. I mean, I was not looking at the options flow and stuff like that, actually.
Okay.
But then I got better and better. Okay,
So
I
you
mean, using the
started
tool.
with charting only and you were doing that. You lost a little bit of money, but you still continued to go do it.
Yeah. I mean, at that point of time, I knew that I shouldn't stop. Okay, whatever I did previously, and I lost like 3 years of time. Okay, not doing anything. I knew at that point of time that, I mean, I think I can do this. Okay, but I need little more time. Okay, is what came into my mind at that point, because I loved the tool. Okay, I loved charting. Okay, I started posting stuff on Twitter like every single day. And then kind of like TrendSpider was also pretty new at that time. I mean, but the way they have enhanced their tool, I mean, compared to how it was in back in 2014 or 15 or maybe even 16, I don't know when I exactly subscribed to it. Okay, compared to now, I mean, it was like I mean, there was pretty much nothing to now having everything. Okay, that you need. Okay, in the world of charting. So
So you started with simple charting, then you started going into things like option flow. Talk us through that. When did you start with that, and what has that changed to?
So what has that changed, right? So over the time, okay, I mean, I started trading based on charts. And then I used to lose, I used to win. Okay, sure. I mean, like technical trading, okay, based on the charts is one thing, because you trade any ticker. Okay, I mean, when you trade only on the chart, okay, you really have no idea of I mean, how the open interest, okay, for any particular contract, okay, is increasing. Okay, whether the volume has exceeded open interest or not. Okay, or whether the direction that a particular contract is taking. Okay, whether it's on the ask side, okay, or on the bid side. Okay, you have no idea like what you're doing, but you're just looking at the support and resistance levels on different indicators. Okay, one of the indicators like heat map. Okay, other indicators like volume weighted average price, like like
Right.
VWAPs. Okay, or trend lines. Okay, or Fibonacci series, or whatever it can be. Okay, I mean, you can get better at it. Okay, but then you really you really are picking like any ticker. Okay, I mean, in a day, and then you are just trying to trade it because it is going above or below the support level, but it's not holding, actually, not all the time. So that's where, I mean, options flow came into picture. Okay, because again, more I was on Twitter, more stuff I was looking at, people posting every day. Okay, and many people post the options flow as well, right? So that's when I got interested into looking at options flow. And I mean, the first ever options flow that I subscribed to, if I'm not wrong, was Cheddar Flow, actually.
Okay, cheddar
Okay,
flow.
Cheddar Flow. Yeah, Cheddar Flow was the first ever options tool that I subscribed to. But then I thought, I mean, I used it for a year. I mean, kind of got very complex, actually. Okay, I mean, I couldn't really. I mean, it is good. Okay, I'm not saying anything bad about it. It is good. Okay, but then it was not giving me exactly what I want for my style of trading. Okay, let me put it that way. And then I went into using Unusual Whales. Unusual Whales is also extremely good, and I used it for a year or maybe two. Okay, but then again, I mean, the kind of things got very overwhelming. Okay, they have so much data in their tool, but really, I mean, every day you cannot. I mean, sure. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you kind of like take all the data, analyze, and do all that stuff if you have that much time. Okay, but then, I mean, if for someone, I mean, who wants to trade, I mean, every day, I mean, wants to keep it simple, you need something more simple than Unusual Whales. Okay, so that's when, I mean, I was still exploring, and then came across this tool called Black Box Stocks.
Okay.
So that's what I use currently. Okay, Black Box Stocks is what I'm using currently. I mean, very neatly laid out. Okay, I mean, you can just very simple filters. Okay, to use, and then, I mean, the flow just keeps coming. And then to the side, I mean, you click on a ticker. Okay, and then, I mean, you have a very simple chart. Okay, with the dark pool and everything plotted. And then to the side, I mean, you can, on to the right side, I mean, you can put your news, okay, or any kind of alerts, okay, that they send out saying that, okay, this contract got like so much attention. This got a large bullish flow or a bearish flow, and things like that, actually.
So
So
right
you
now,
kind
what
of
are
get
the
a one
tools?
picture.
What are all the tools that you use?
For charting, I mean, it is still TrendSpider. I mean, it has been TrendSpider, and it is still TrendSpider, and I don't see myself changing it.
Okay.
I love it.
What about
And
your broker?
so brokerages, I mean, I use three. I use, in fact, 4 actually. And 3 are for day trades or swing trades. Okay, I trade in Webull. I mean, one of my most favorites, one of my most favorite platform, okay, is Webull, to be very honest. And Ameritrade and Robinhood. Robinhood, I mean, is something that I don't like. I mean, but the thing is, I mean, sometimes, I mean, it is useful, okay, to have like multiple brokerages, okay,
Right.
to have like different amounts,
So
I
you
mean,
use
split into
Webull,
different.
Ameritrade, and you use Robinhood. When do you use what?
So Ameritrade, okay, is something, I mean, that I use. Again, there is no specific reason for why I would use this versus that, because I mean, you can do the same thing across everything. There is no specific logic, but Ameritrade is something that I'm using mostly for swing trades. Something that I think, okay, I mean, Apple, okay, I'm swinging probably for a month. Okay, and then I mean, I have a certain amount, okay, in that particular account, and I just like put it, and then on the trend spider charting, I mean, I set the alerts actually, because I'm trading for a month. Okay, I mean, you kind of go for a long term indicator, and then I set the alerts on the trend spider platform, and whenever the criteria gets invalidated, okay, then I kind of like exit out of that swing position, okay, in Ameritrade. Webull and Robinhood, I mean, both I use for the same purposes. I mean, it is mostly for day trade. Okay, you get in, get out within an hour, or maybe before the day ends. So
Right.
that's
Right.
what I use the Webull and Robinhood for.
So your day trade is your closing positions before the end of the day, right? Your opening position at the beginning of the day and your closing positions by the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it can be within minutes as well. Like within 10 minutes, I'm done.
How many
Um,
stocks do you follow? How many options do you follow for you to be able to trade? What does your screening process look like?
so process is kind of very simple. What I do look for is, I mean, I start from options flow. I mean, I usually look for something, I mean, which I trade something that is always below, I mean, $5 per contract. Okay. I usually don't go more than that because I take multiple contracts and I don't want to be taking something like, I mean, $1,000 per contract. Okay. Like multiples of them. So I usually go $5 or less per contract. And I look at the sweeps specifically that are at the ask or above the ask. And when I see bunch of them, okay, coming together, okay, what I specifically look for is when I see bunch of them coming together for a particular expiration date with increasing implied volatility, right? That is when I get kind of like interested in it. Okay, I mean, it is just like just options flow. I mean, just coming through is not so important. What you also need to look for is that particular contract expiring on so and so date. Okay, what is the premium? Okay, whether the premium is like kind of big, okay, or small. It depends on the kind of stock it is, right? I mean, what kind of premium that comes through. And then, I mean, whether the open interest is less or more, okay, than the volume. I usually look for something where volume is kind of like much higher than the open interest. And also like bunch of them coming together with ask or at the ask or above the ask, okay, with increasing volatility. Okay, I mean, it is like sometimes the volatility, I mean, keeps decreasing. In that case, I mean, people are losing interest, okay, in that particular contract actually. But when the volatility is increasing and then it is also coming in the same direction, okay, I mean, either the puts or the puts or the
Also.
call side at the ask, okay, that's when you know that, I mean, this is catching some interest and probably, I mean, I can make some money, okay, in the next couple of hours. But again, I mean, talking about all these things, okay, even after looking at all these things, you still lose. Okay, I
Yep.
mean, like things
That's the
can change,
nature of the
right?
market. There's no
I mean,
100%.
exactly.
How many? So you end up doing one or two trades a day, or do you do multiple contracts?
Again, I mean, this week has been pretty difficult. I mean, I kind of got too excited into the Fed event, FOMC. I don't know what I did this week. Okay, I mean, it was really terrible. I'm almost like close to. I mean, what I do. Okay, this is what we do in our Discord as well. We focus on the weekly results. Okay, I mean, I can day to day many things happen. Okay, I mean, you kind of close many trades, open many trades, but at the end of the week, okay, how you performed, okay, is what we do in our Discord or what we focus on our Discord. So I started, I mean, I'm not a very old player, okay, in the Discord world. I mean, I just started something back in November of 2022.
So about 6 months ago was when you started your Discord. How many people are in your Discord channel now?
I mean, again, it's like kind of on and off, okay, because people come, okay, and also people go as well, okay, because markets are tough. I mean, people leave for many different reasons, okay, not necessarily because of how you are giving the alerts.
Correct.
Because I mean, losing you cannot avoid. Okay, some people lose more, some people lose less. You kind of lose interest in the market because it chops. Okay, and then I mean, people are not necessarily taking alerts only from my channel. They may be taking from alerts from other channels as well. But overall result is a loss. Okay, they still leave Discord. Okay, I mean, multiple things can happen. So up and down, up and down. I mean, we are at about like 100 subscribers today.
I think you charge $139 per month. Is that right, or did I get it wrong?
Oh, no, no. I mean, that was, I mean, I started something like a St. Patrick's sale last week, I guess. I mean, that came down to about like $148 per year, not per month, per year.
Okay,
That's
per
the
year. Yeah, okay.
annual fee.
So now
Okay,
what is the normal price that people pay
I mean, $20 is what they pay per month.
per month? Yeah.
But then I kind of like run frequent promotions. I mean, because I'm pretty new, okay, to this world. I mean, I need to show results. I mean, I need to keep it going. I need to do some promotions. I mean, to for people to get attracted to it, because there are many players, okay, in this space who are equally or more good than me. I mean, like they are much better than me as well. So what I'm trying to do is, okay, I'm just trying to put out my weekly results out on Twitter every week for people to decide. Because I mean, when you plot every trade that you have taken, okay, with entry and exit and the overall profit loss, okay, per contract, throughout the week, okay, if you put that in the Excel and give it to people, they will kind of realize, I mean, how real or fake it is.
That's
Okay, I mean,
correct. Yeah.
because you
The
don't have
data
to tell
always
it, okay,
shows
because
whether
I mean,
you're playing well or are you
data
playing bad.
shows. Exactly. And I cannot put any data because there are real subscribers, I mean, who are looking at it day in and day out. I mean, if I put some bad data out there, okay, or some fake data, I mean, people will catch me right away. So I cannot put any wrong data out there. So it is as real as it looks. And I have posted my losses, I have posted my profits. I mean, everything is out there for people to check and decide whether that service is for them or not.
How was your performance last year and how was your performance the year before? I think everybody had a great 2020, 2021. What was your performance like in 2020 and 2021?
So 2021 was kind of the best year. I mean, probably you can say I got lucky. I don't know. I mean, because no one realized, okay, that pandemic will kind of push the stocks up higher than lower actually. So again, long-term portfolio is what did extremely well, okay, in during those years until 2022.
Yeah.
And I never stopped investing. Okay, I mean, my style of investing, okay, for the long term, okay, how I do it is, I mean, I do the recurring investments every week. And every week, again, I mean, let me talk about it a little bit in a little bit of detail, okay, even though I don't want to take too much of time around it. I have a goal, okay, I still have to like 25 years of working time,
Work left.
right?
Yeah.
So I know by 25 years, I mean, I need to have like so and so money, okay, in my account, in my long-term account, okay, for retirement, or it can be for kids' education or whatever it can be. I for just giving you an hypothetical example, because real numbers, I mean, may not very make sense to everyone. Let's say in the next 10 to 15 years, okay, I need to have $100,000 of my own money, okay, minus the profit or loss, okay, in that long-term account. So what I do is consider 10 years of time, okay, divide that 100,000 by whatever it comes down to, okay, per week. 52 weeks in a year, 10 years makes it 520 weeks. Divide that 100,000 by 520 weeks and see what it comes down to per week. Choose the stocks or ETFs. I mean, I invest into both actually. I kind of diversified my portfolio as much as I could. I mean, still it may not be the best, but I kind of tried to diversify it as much as I can. And see what you can put every week, okay? And no matter how hard it is, I mean, stop going to Starbucks probably, or stop eating out, okay? But make sure that, I mean, you invest that amount of money every week, okay, into that account. and split it across, okay, whatever stocks or ETFs, okay, that you have chosen to invest into. So that way, okay, I mean, you keep going. At the end of 10 years, okay, you know that, I mean, you have invested $100,000 of your money. And considering the historical performance of the stock market, okay, like we all know, no matter what kind of events come through, like however bad they are, the market kind of picks up again at some point of time. It ultimately depends on how many years that you have in your hand, okay, to keep investing as well. I mean, I cannot say the same thing to a person who is 60-year-old actually, right? I mean, I can probably advise this to someone, I mean, who is like 30 or 35-year-old. Okay, I mean, it's because they have that time or horizon, okay, to keep investing.
So as an example, if you said 10 years, $100,000, it's about $190, $200 per week, right? 52 weeks. So you keep putting 52 weeks
Approximately.
for 10 years,
Mhm.
every year, every week you put $200 or $800 a month, $800 to $1,000 per month. And you keep putting that money, you get 100,000. Or are you saying you're going to put so that you put less than that, expect a 10% return over a 10-year period, and then so you're putting about 80,000 or something like that? What are you putting?
I mean, what I do is, I mean, I still invest the minimum amount that I have to invest. Okay, I mean, if it comes down to like $200 per month, I somehow make sure that I do invest $200 per month, no matter how hard it becomes.
Right.
Again, this is again, like I'm saying, it is a hypothetical example. I may be investing
No,
like
it's just an
$1,000
example
per
of
month.
walking through your strategy. That's all.
Exactly. So, I mean, no matter how hard it is, I mean, I do invest like $200 per month. Okay, but sometimes what happens is, I mean, you see some extra money flowing in your hands, right? You probably saved extra money in the last month, and you don't want to just like spend it away on something that is unnecessary. So what you do is, I mean, you take that extra money, okay, and then put in it as well. And then, I mean, again, like people go through a lot of different kind of troubles. Some people live paycheck to paychecks as well. Right? I mean, it's not something that is unknown. It's a real
Everybody has
thing.
their own strategy, I think.
Everybody has their own strategy. Okay, some people save more, some people eat at home all the time, some people eat outside all the time, some people make coffee at home, some people drink coffee outside like every single day or probably 2 times a day. Like all different kinds of lifestyles. But whether you want to start investing 50 or 100 or 200, okay, no matter what it is, everyone's lifestyle is different, everyone's salary is different, whatever it is different, right? You just make a goal, okay, for the 10-year, okay, it doesn't have to be 100,000, it can be like 20,000 actually. Okay, for your lifestyle and for your salary, I mean, probably saving 20,000 in the next 10 years may be too high actually, right? For someone, I mean, saving 200,000 may be too less. I mean, it can be anything. But just make that goal for 10 years. Okay, start investing, even though it is like $50 per week. Okay, make sure that you save that kind of money, okay, to invest into your account, okay, and keep going. And definitely 100%, I mean, history speaks for itself. After 10 years, I mean, you will definitely be seeing like 10 to 15% of growth, okay, in your account, which you will enjoy.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's wrap up now since we're getting to the time, Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about what are the things that you have learned. Say 3 things that you have learned. You know, you've been doing this now for nearly 10 years, more or less. What are the 3
Mhm.
things that you've learned for someone that is starting new? Let's say someone is starting new, they have $5,000 in their account to start with. Obviously, they don't want to lose all that money, but they need to learn. What is the best strategy, 3 steps
Mhm.
that they should start with if you were starting today at $5,000 as your account?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, me being primarily an options trader, I mean, I will talk in terms of the options play and not playing the common shares. So the first and foremost thing is uh, learn the basics of charting. I mean, it can be as simple as like I mean, how does a bullish candle look? Okay, how does a bearish candle look? Okay, what is a candle first of all, right? Some people, I mean, don't even try to understand. I mean, why? I mean, why those candles are formed in a certain way, and they are already into trading. Actually, they're already trading. I mean, they don't know what a candle is.
Yeah, they're just
So
blindly following somebody else.
Yes, yes, yeah. I mean, learn the very basics of charting, because I mean, even today, I mean, I am not I don't use like thousands of indicators on my chart. Okay, so this is the first thing that I would like to say. Learn the basics of charting. Learn probably about like 2 to 3 indicators, okay, in detail. Like I can give out my what I use. Okay, I can give out the indicators that I use. My primary indicator that I always use and I always rely upon is EMS. Okay, exponential moving averages. And how I got to know about it is, it's not just EMS. I mean, I use the clouds, okay, EMA clouds. And how I got introduced to EMA clouds, okay, is through, I mean, pretty much everyone heard about this
Sure.
Twitter handle, Ripster, right? I mean, I mean, everyone knows about him. So again, I mean, that's how I got introduced to EMA clouds. And I went through a lot of podcasts, okay, to hear about what Ripster says, because I mean, I was very attracted to the things that he used to post on Twitter.
Right.
The first and foremost thing that I learned that I want to convey as well, okay, which Ripster has conveyed many different times probably, is build a system for yourself. Okay, I mean, he may have talked about like thousands of things, okay, in those podcasts, okay, but the core thing that I took out of those podcasts is just one line, okay, build a system for yourself. Because 1,000 people start talking about 1,000 different things, you cannot follow everyone, and you can't trade, okay, based on what those 1,000 people are saying. So build a system for yourself, learn the basics of charting. EMA clouds, okay, is the primary indicator that I rely on. And it depends on how you are going to use it. Okay, that's what building the system for yourself is about. Okay, you kind of know, okay, I mean, what time frame you are trading on. Okay, and what kind of settings that you use for your EMA clouds, because what I use may not be suitable for your style of trading. So you build that system, okay, using your EMA clouds.
So you
Right,
mentioned
I
that
mean, that is
these 2 or 3 indicators. One of them is EMA cloud. What is another one?
Sure. I mean, trend lines, I mean, because TrendSpider, where I actually save time, okay, is using the automated trend lines and automated Fibonacci series.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, TrendSpider provides it. And what I do is, I mean, whatever time frame I'm trading on, usually it is 1 hour or less. I kind of like do the auto. And then wherever that support level is, like if I set an alert on the trend line or the Fibonacci level, to say if the price breaks below this, okay, go bearish, price breaks above this, okay, go bullish, right? You can set that alert, and the alert triggers to your phone actually. And TrendSpider last year, they developed something very unique. Probably some other people have it as well, okay, I don't know. But TrendSpider developed something very unique called trading bots. So what it does is, I mean, my go-to strategy, like I explained, it is the EMA clouds. And I kind of look for the bullish crossover of the bullish or the bearish crossover of the EMA clouds. Okay, one of the examples being, okay, if 512 EMA cloud crosses over 3050, okay, it is a bullish crossover for me, okay, on any certain time frame that I'm looking at. And I can set a trading bot, okay, on TrendSpider, okay, to trigger an alert to my phone as well as to my Discord. And then as soon as the alert triggers, okay, it gives the entry price. Okay, this is the price where the bot actually triggered. And then based on that, I mean, if I am really taking that play, I send out the options alert. Okay, I mean, based on that, okay, this is the contract that I'm playing. So trading bots, I mean, is something that I have integrated in my Discord as well. Whether I give an alert or not, if someone wants to use the trading bot, they can use it. Okay, it's like kind of a bonus for your subscription. So that is the first and foremost thing. I mean, you asked about like 2 to 3 things that I learned or want to convey to someone who is starting today. So that is the first thing. Okay, build a system for yourself, get into the basics of charting. Okay, I mean, just know what an RSI is. Okay, what a MACD is. Okay, what the EMA clouds are. Okay, just know what a candle is. Learn to plot. I mean, learn to draw the trend lines. Okay, before you start using the automated stuff. I mean, you draw it by yourself. Kind of get into it basically, right? And the second thing that I would like to convey is subscribe to some options tool that you like, okay, at least for an year. If you don't want to subscribe, okay, there are many companies, I mean, who actually provide it for a month free, okay, or sometimes like a week free, right? TrendSpider, I mean, provides a 7-day free trial, by the way. Okay, and there is black box stocks that I was talking about. Okay, right now they have like what I
$2
mean,
for
1
the first
month.
month, I think.
Yeah, there you go. You know it. So
Yeah, $2
$2
for
for
the
the
first
first 1
month,
month.
$1,000 for the year.
Exactly, right? So $2 for 1 month. I mean, it's like nothing. I
It's
mean,
a
you just go
no-brainer.
ahead and use it for a month. Okay, I mean,
An
just
absolute no-brainer.
to
Yeah.
see. Yeah, right. I mean, just look at it for a month. I mean, just explore the tool. Okay, just correlate. Okay, and this is okay. The third thing, right? I mean, sure. I mean, learn about options flow. Okay, and like I said before,
Build
I
your own system.
specifically look. Yeah, build a system. But when you're looking for the options flow, I specifically look for the sweeps at the ask or above the ask for a particular contract. Okay, whether volume is exceeding the open interest or not. Okay, these are some of the things that I look at. Okay, when I'm looking, and whether the implied volatility is rising or not, right? I mean, for that particular given contract. Okay, whether we are getting that increased, okay, implied volatility or not. These are some of the things that I look at when I'm using the options tool. So this is the second thing, right? And I think you asked three. So the third the third thing is the combination of the first two. Okay, which is if you're trading only based on options flow or trading only based on chart, okay, it won't work, unfortunately. It has to be a combination of both. Okay, I mean, you're like kind of looking at the options flow. Okay, you are seeing that Apple, lot of bullish flow, okay, is coming for the contract for, let's say, $160 contract, okay, expiring next week. Okay, you're seeing like a lot of them, okay, at the ask. But then if you're just taking the trade, okay, without looking at a chart that you're trading on, again, it doesn't mean anything actually. So you need to be able to plot that price on the chart and then take the trade and not just take the trade on the options flow.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Blue Moon. This was a great session. I think I'm going to get this podcast out as soon as possible. Thank you for the time. Thank you for taking all of the experiences and knowledge. And I'm going to see you on Twitter soon. For those of you that want to follow, he's twitter.com/Blue Moon Trades. Thank you, dude.
Thank you, Mukund. It was an awesome session. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.